to see you again to our today's live show.
还有多少呢？开始。小布可以。
可以啊。
哦，音乐。刘静啊。
音乐。
As you know, we are Internal Beliefs and Loyal Casting and Forging Company Limited, a professional supplier of heat, wear, corrosion-resistant castings and forgings, and machines and protective items. And we are located in Wuxi, Jiangsu Province, about 150 kilometers far away from Shanghai. So that we always expose our castings and forgings from Shanghai Seaport by sea and by Shanghai Pudong International Airport by air. So we have many different ways to expose our alloy, castings, and forgings. And we have exposed to more than 13 countries like European, Japanese, Australian, American, and so on. And we also have passed many certificates. As you see on the screen, which is our ISO certificate. We have passed the 2B Heinland organizations on-site assessment, and the SGS organization also came to our foundry and company do the on-site assessment. So we will all be very proud that we passed many confirmed tests of our certificate, like the 19001, which ISO Quality Management System Certificate, the ISO 14001, the Environmental Management System Certificate, and the last one, which is ISO 14001, which covers Occupational Health and Safety Management System Certificate. And our which is Internal Beliefs and Loyal Casting and Forging Company Limited, the regarded capital of our company is more than 13.18 million Chinese yuan, and we have been the gold supplier in Alibaba International for more than 6 years. So we also have a verified supplier certificate, which confirm and do the on-site assessment by the Heinland organization. And the next, I will show you more detail and more information about which certificate which EV China have. The first certificate, as you see in my hand, which is called the Quality Management System Certificate, presented to Wuxi Internal Beliefs and Loyal Casting and Forging Company Limited. And this quality management system complies with GBT 19001-2016. It also called the ISO 19001-2015 requirements. And this certificate is valid for the following scope: supply of alloy, castings, and forgings. And this number, which about this certificate, is 05321Q30055R0S. And this certificate date is on the January 12th, 2021. And it is valid during January 12th, 2021 to January 11th, 2024. And its date of entitled certification, which is on the January 12th, 2021. And the Unified Social Credit or Credified Organization, which is 913-202-1109-1521927F. And this is all the information and details about the Quality Management System Certificate presented to our EB channel about the ISO 19001-2015 requirements. And the next is also a certificate, but it is different from the Quality Management System Certificate. As you see on my hand, which shows that is the Environmental Management System Certificate presented to our company, Wuxi Internal Beliefs and Loyal Casting and Forging Company Limited. And this environmental management system complies with GBT 24001-2016, but also called the ISO 14001-2018 requirements. And the certificate is valid for the following scope: supply of alloy castings and forgings. And the certificate number, which is 05321E30032R0S. And the certificate date is on the January 12th, 2021, and is valid during the January 12th, 2021 to January 11th, 2024. And the in total of certification date, which is January 12th, 2021. And the Unified Social Credit Code of Credified Organization, which is 913-202-110915-21927F. And this is the information, more detail and more information about our environmental management system certificate with the ISO 14001-2015 requirements. And the next, we also have the last ISO certificate, which calls Occupational Health and Safety Management System Certificate, with the ISO 14001 about 2015 requirements. Now next, I will show you our last certificate. As you see in my hand is our last ISO certificate, which calls Occupational Health and Safety Management System Certificate. It's also presented to our company in China. And this Occupational Health and Safety Management System complies with GBT 14001-2020, and it also calls the ISO 45001-2018 requirements. And the certificate is valid for the following scope: the supply of alloy castings and forgings. And the certificate number, which is 05321S30031R0S. And it's valid during the January 12th, 2021 to January 11th, 2024. And this certificate date, which is on the January 12th, 2021. And the Unified Social Credit Code of Credified Organization, which is 913-202-110915-21927F. And this is all the information and more details about our ISO certificate, including the ISO 19001-2015 about the environmental management system certificate and the ISO 14001-2015 requirements about the quality management system certificate. And the last, as you see in my hand, which is ISO 45001-2018 requirements about the occupational health and safety management system certificate. And this is all the three ISO certificates which EB China has. And we also have other certificates. As I told you before, we have been the gold supplier of Alibaba International more than 6 years. So as you see in my hand, there is also a certificate which called the Verified Supplier Certificate. And this verified certificate number, which is 20881155-T, and presented to our EB China, and the on-site assessment for our company was controlled by the 2V Rheinland organization. And as you know, EB China have made up for more than 21 years. So during these years, we have many glories from our local government or other cities government. And as you see on the screen, is also a certificate which calls the Audited Supplier Certificate, presented to our EB channel. And it's the combination of your size, excitance, and the business operations, and audited by the SGS-CSTC organization on 2020 June 15th, and the audited report serial number, which is the QIP-ASIP 204795. And during these 20 years, we have many glories, as you see on the screen, to show that we have also a member of Grammys Chamber of Grammys. As you see in my hand, and it's be confirmed on the October 28, 18. And the last during these years, we have many awards. So that, as you see in my hand, there is awards which calls the Manufacturing Excellence and Innovation Awards in 2020. And this Manufacturing Excellence and Innovation Awards is also presented to our EB channel, and it be confirmed by the Made in China Pro-Income organization, like the SGS organization, and the large like the TUV Rhineland organization, and so on. And during so many years, our company is devote ourselves on innovations and new technology for different industries. Totally, we have more than 22 patents, as you see on the screens, including different patents about different industries. For example, we innovation a new patents which calls oscillars liners. It's used for the bone Meyer machines, so that it can help you lose cost from the post due to our liners could not use the bolts to convert it on the ball Meyer machines. So you just put our liners to the machine. It's okay. So you don't need to take more money to buy the bolts and so on. And we also innovation other patterns, for example, like new materials about the liners. So it's used in ceramic, so it's much lighter than the traditional liners, but it can use much longer, more than 50%, much longer service life than the traditional ones. And these new products have been used in Tianjin Zhenxing ceramic factory more than 4 years. So it is also worked very well. So if you are interested in our patents or the products which I told you, like the Bosler's liners, the ceramic liners, please send us your inquiry to our Alibaba International. You are always welcome. And then next, please let me introduce more information about our company. So the first is the company's supplier, which Internal Billets Alloy Casting and the Forging Company Limited, specialized in supply of heat-wear corrosion-resistant castings and forgings, and machines and protective items. Our global brand, as you see on the screen, which called EP, with chapters E and B. And the next is the 4 important parts, including for industries and different products. It can be divided in 4 different parts. The first one, which called is the corrosion-resistant castings. Due to different materials have different process to make sure its home hardness or some chemical composition, so that it can be divided into 5 different parts. First is the cobalt alloying, the nickel alloying, the titanium alloying, the copper alloying, and the aluminum alloying. This is used very widely, and we EB channel can produce like mini, small, mid, big, huge, and for example, like small aluminum castings just in my hand, which we can produce, or there is a very huge, like for example, like a copper lens with about 1,000 millimeters by the 16 millimeters, 60,000 millimeters wide. We can also produce the small, mini, mid, big, or huge castings and forgings. And the next is our heat castings. Due to for example, some metal products, maybe it need to do some heat treatment. So, when they do the heat treatment, which material can take over the high temperatures, and to make sure it will be melted by the high temperature, so that according to these requirements, our EB channel can produce the heat castings to do the heat treatment. For example, including the heat treatment, fixtures, the radio tubes, the fixture rollers, the melting kitties, the selectors, the grate bars, and speed plants, and so on. It's used very widely in the heat treatment industries. And the next is about the well castings. Well castings, as we know, is very commonly to see in our daily life. Maybe, for example, my industries, like in bone mine machines, the liners must to use the well castings to make sure it can work much longer as it designed, so that it can be divided to 5 different castings. The first, which called is the hydronium white iron castings, the nickel hard white iron castings, the chromium aluminum alloy steel castings, the high magnesium steel castings, the wear parts for the pressures. And the next part is also very important, and we can produce and give some service and to support to you. The first, which is called custom-made consulting service on longer service life and material selection for grinding equipment, the melting below fabric making machines. And as you know, during these 2 years, recent 2 years, the COVID-19 is very serious to the whole world, so that our EB channel can also provide and give you some service support for the mask machines like the K95 and the 3-plane. And the next is about some drilling rig machines, due to it can work for the water well and so on. And the next is industry robots like 4XS or 6XS for different use like painting, card handling, and spraying it, and so on. And this is all the introduction about our company, including 4 different parts of products and 4 different service we can support to you. And we also show you the ISO certificate or other certificates or other glories which from our local government. So if you want to know more about our company, which calls the Wuxi Internal Beliefs and Casting and Forging Company Limited, please send us your inquiries about the things which you want to know to our Alibaba International. You are always welcome. And this is also introduction about our company. And next, welcome to my colleague, Shelly, to do her wonderful live show. Let's welcome. Now let's welcome Shelley to her wonderful lecture. Let's welcome.
我样品都不知道去哪儿，还找不到。Hello everyone, this is Shelley from ED China. Welcome to our lecture today about cobalt alloy and dental alloy. For catalog, part 1 is cobalt alloy, part 2 is dental alloy. Part 1, I will introduce Stanite boards and seats for you. Firstly, the material of stanite. Stanite is a hard alloy that can withstand various types of wear and corrosion and high temperature oxidation, commonly known as cobalt bromine tungsten or cobalt-based alloy. Stanite is based on cobalt as the main component. Stanite is based on cobalt as the main component. Contains a considerable amount of nickel, bromine, and tungsten. This table is chemical composition for stanite. For example, stanite 3, 4, 6, 5, 20, and 21. The balance element is cobalt. The main component is bromine and tungsten and cobalt. For example, stanite 6, the bromine is about 27 to 31%. For tungsten is about 3.5 to 5.5. Stanite 20. The bromine is 30 to 34%, and the tungsten is 14 to 18%. Next, the products from stanite. The first product is stanite boards. The stanite board is cobalt alloy. The hardness is HRC45 to HRC55. The most used material is stanite 20. The second product is stanite 6. The material of the stanite 6 is generally lower than the material of stanite boards. The material is stanite 3 or A3. Next, some photos for stanite boards and seats. Next, some videos for stanite boards and seats. You can see this video is for stanite boards. Next video is for plastics. Next, taking photos for stanite boards and seats. Next, test report for stanite boards and seats. This report is for chemical condition and properties for stanite boards. The material is C93 or A3. The specification is diameter 31.75 mm. For chemical composition, the chromium is about 33.79. The tungsten is about 18.1, and the cobalt is balanced. For physical properties, the hardness is 59 HRC. Next, different size for C9 balls and seals. The first one, cobalt alloy balls. For specification, the diameter is 15.88 mm. Diameter 19.05 mm. Diameter 22.23 mm. Diameter 28.575 mm. And the diameter 50.8 mm. The used material is C920. The second one is cobalt alloy 6. The standard is API, LAP standard. For example, V11 to 125. The size of bore is diameter 19.05 mm. The size of seed is odd diameter 23.32 mm. Inner diameter is 13.97 mm, and the height is 5.7 mm. Page 13 to 175. The size of bore is diameter 28.58 mm. The size of stick is odd diameter 35.26 mm. Inner diameter is 20.96 mm. And the height is 5.7 mm. The most used material is C93 or A3. Next, I will show some samples for you. This product is C9 balls. The diameter is 15.8 mm. The surface is G100. This one is C96. The material is C93. The odd diameter is 23.38 mm. Inner diameter is 20.96 mm. And the height is 5.7 mm. Next, export for C9 balls and seals. We have exported C9 balls and seals to many countries, such as the USA, UK, Italy, Spain, Brazil, and Australia, and other countries. Our customers have very good feedback on our C9 balls and seals. If you have any inquiry for C9 balls and seals, please call our shop. Thank you. Part 2. Dental alloy. Nickel and cobalt dental alloy. The process and chemical composition for dental alloy. The casting process in dental alloy parts is investment casting, also known as non-flex casting method. The basic process is to first make a wax molded from wax or plastic. The surface of the wax mortar is coated with an embedding material to make the casting mold, and then the molten alloy is cast into the cavity inside, forming a casting. We have two types for dental alloy. The first one is cobalt chromium dental alloy. For composition, the chromium is 27 to 30%, and the cobalt is balanced. The second one is nickel chromium dental alloy. The chromium is 22 to 26%, and the nickel is balanced. Next, demand distribution for dental alloy. The market for dental alloy is very broad because of the widespread dental industry. The demand for dental alloy has increased. As we all know, there are many kinds of dental alloy materials. Today, we show the demand for dental alloys for various materials. You can see this photo is demand distribution. The first one is nickel dental alloy, accounted for 59% of the world. The second one is cobalt dental alloy, accounted for 31% of the world. The third one is nickel uranium containing dental alloy, accounted for 7% of the world. And the last one is others, accounted for 3% of the world. Next, some photos from dental alloy. Some videos from dental alloy. This video is for nickel chromium dental alloy. The size is diameter 9.6 mm, and the length is 10 mm. Next video. You can see this video is from cobalt chromium dental alloy. The size is diameter 6 mm, and the length is 8 mm. Next, show some samples for you. This sample is nickel chromium dental alloy. The size is diameter 9.6 mm, and the length is 10 mm. This sample is cobalt chromium dental alloy. The size is diameter 6 mm and the length is 8 mm. If you have any inquiry for dental alloy, please follow our shop. Thank you. That's all for my speech now. Thank you for your valuable time. Welcome to our next lecture. Thank you. Next, welcome my colleague. What's your name?
Hello, this is Yuna from Indie China. Today I will introduce the mental board for you. First, titanium and its alloys are characterized by lightweight, high strength, strong heat resistance, and corrosion resistance. It's known as the metal of the future. It is a new structural material with a promising future. Titanium is widely used in aerospace, medical, construction, and automobile industries because of its good corrosion resistance and heat resistance, high spatial strength, more elastic models, and low density. The applications of titanium. First, in the aerospace field is mainly used in aircraft engine parts, aircraft structure parts of each part. Second, in the chemical industry is mainly used for reactor heat exchanger, reactor concentrator, and various anti-corrosion chemical accessories, steering shaft flat, and some parts. Third, in the metrology industry is mainly used in corrosion resistance solutions, viral pumps, and various tubing plants, plastic fittings. Fourth, in the medical field, it is mainly used for surgical implants and other medical materials. Fifth, it can also be used for car parts, bicycle frames, and building blocks and decoration. These are some photos of titanium board. Titanium boards can be used for different purposes according to their materials and specifications. They can be used for jewelry and human puncture. 2 to 10 millimeters. They can also be used in the metal industry, and the material is PC4 ELI GR23. Shelf device ink acid and alkaline environment. Titanium alloy boards are used as sealing boards. At present, the industry method of titanium production is the core method. The product is involved titanium. The traditional process of making titanium material is to melt titanium into ingots and then process it into titanium material. main steps for meaning to making titanium material are as follows. Titanium or meaning mineral processing, enrichment, rich titanium material to concentrate chloride, refining, pure extraction, titanium, raw titanium, fused cast ingot processing, titanium or titanium components. In the above steps, if the subentire is obtained from the meaning, the concentration is not required and the production of the product can be made directly by chlorination. In addition, the casting operation should be a mechanical process, but sometimes it is also classified as a processing practice. These are several forms of making titanium rods. And these pictures are testing and practicing.
后面哪儿它是有最
Laser processing to around the black ball and then grading out a certain degree of roundness. After manual polishing, the surface will achieve the visual effect. This picture is the qualification of titanium board. We can see many information in this picture. Contract, content, designation, condition, certification, and requirement, chemical conditions. We hereby certify that the material described above has been tested and complies with the terms of the contract confirmation inspection and demolition control is often applied. This is the quality certification of the titanium boards. We can see contract numbers, content, designation, condition, and certification, chemical conditions, requirements, and other information in it. We hereby certify that the material described above has been tested and complies with the terms of the contract confirmation inspection and the demolition control is often high. This is the price list of the titanium boards. We can see different diameters of the titanium boards have different design prices. For example, the diameter is 7. The GI unit price is USD 0.27 per piece, and the GI unit price is USD 0.18 per piece. The surface finish is 0.8 to 1.6. And different metals of the titanium boards have different prices too. Its price is increased to 55%. Two stainless steel boards. Stainless steel is not rustless, just not easy to rust. The principle of which is with the corneal element to act in the steel surface before a laser obtains corneal oscillator can effectively block steel against contact with air. If the oxygen in the air cannot enter inside the steel, and the effect of air to prevent rust. Classification. China National Standard CNS Techniques Industry Standard JIS. Standard gearbox performance. Hardness up to 56 to 58 degrees. Magnetic, good torsion resistance, wear resistance, and toughness. Applications mainly used in bearings, static parts, levers, field service refrigeration equipment, aerospace, high-precision machinery pumps, toys. Specification 0.5 millimeters to 100 millimeters. 446 standard gearbox is usually used in industries requiring high precision and rust resistance, aviation, aerospace, bearings, motors, high precision instruments, balance, motoring. Characteristics: the mental graphic structure belongs to when tested here, the production process requirements are higher. The domestic production of stainless steel 440 enterprises are relatively few, so the production of 440 material enterprises are often labeled with the reputation of special stainless steel. The heater treatment process is more complex, easy to cut, and the finishing requirements are higher with the hardest gearbox of stainless steel HRC 58. Others is close to the bearing gearbox, but has strong anti-rust, anti-crushing performance and performance. Compared with the 440 stainless gearbox, it has stronger anti-rust, anti-crushing performance. Hardness enhanced, wear resistance also has been improved. Hardness up to 40, 21 to 52 degrees. Magnetic torsion resistance and toughness. Suitable for all kinds of production machinery, bearings, electronic equipment, means of transportation, household applications, and so on. It is mainly used for parts and components resistant to atmospheric, steam, water, and oxidizing acid coating. 427 gearbox. Its specification is 25.4 millimeters. 427 gearbox are usually used in industries with high requirements of precision and rust resistance. Motorcycle parts, trolleys, stainless steel bearings, plastic bearings, cracks, bearings, characteristics. Magnetic steel, commonly known as stainless iron, magnetic, good rust resistance,